Bum 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 bum. The Peter Like Show. Bum 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 bum. So if you've been following my channel these last 2 weeks, I decided to take a staycation and mingle with more local people here. And one of my proudest things during the staycation, which I relayed in the last video, is that I was able to communicate some things that I wanted with the locals here. I had a difficult time at a couple restaurants that I went to at the beginning of the staycation, and I actually got to change some attitudes there. So I'm really proud of that for some reason. Feel free to leave a comment if you're proud of what I did. But I do kind of want to get back to a number of things. I took a break from all manners of investing so that I could invest in my mental health instead by going to more social outings and stuff like that. And I also took a break from doing gig work, and I took a break from especially from the casting of metals and other experimentation like that. I hope to get back to it eventually. I'm going to do some fortune telling to see if all is going to go well when I do get back to it. Seven. Not sure what that's supposed to mean. 0, 5. Those are all very lucky numbers to me. 2, 1. Those are all pretty lucky numbers to me. It'd be nice if we drew a 3 or a 6. Those are lucky numbers too. I have a funny story about 3 and 6 being lucky. Oh, 6. The reason 6 is a lucky number is because I did so well when I was 6 feet away from everybody else. Although this week I've been taking a break from being 6 feet away from everybody else, right? And 3 is a lucky number because of 3 means to be solosexual and to be accepted by death. To be accepted by couples. I didn't draw that though. Maybe it's a sign that I'll stop trying to be solosexual because I did mingle a lot with. Oh, here's the 3. So, for example, I like to talk about Ewelina Falenta, right, the second place winner of Polish Idol. But she gets along with her former opponent from Polish Idol. Her opponent is now married, so it's like the 3 of them, right? That's why 3 is such a lucky number to me. Or who's another that would never happen here in the United States, right? Can you imagine? Kelly Clarkson is now divorced. She is likely solosexual as well. Can you imagine Kelly Clarkson hanging around Carrie Underwood and her husband, right? That would never happen in the United States, right? Or maybe Taylor Swift, if she really does marry Travis Kelce. Can you imagine the two of them hanging around somebody else who isn't married, like Kelly Clarkson, like Ewelina Falenta? That would never happen here in the United States for some reason, right? Although during the time that Taylor Swift had broken up and before she met Travis Kelce, she did hang around with her ex-boyfriend Taylor Lautner. And what was really interesting is Taylor Lautner is now married, and he's married to somebody else named Taylor. So it was 3 Taylors in one stage. And so that's the closest we'll ever get to having a 3 kind of society here in the United States, right? All right, let's do some fortune telling. I'm going to go back to the art projects. And one reason that the art projects gave me such great anxiety was that I was working with some pretty toxic chemicals. Lead, antimony, and what's the other one? Cadmium, and I wanted to work with thallium, but I had such an anxiety attack when I was working with the cadmium, and having to wash my hands, PPE, and all that. Mask, almost like COVID was back again. It just gave me such a huge amount of anxiety working around that I kind of blew a mental health fuse, and that's when I decided to take a break from all the art projects. So I'm going to do some fortune telling about which metal I'm going to work with next. I have a few metals in mind. because 3 is such a lucky number for me. If I draw 3, that will represent the bismuth, the zinc, and the copper and the aluminum. Those metals I feel very safe around. 4 is death. So 4 will represent the lead, cadmium, thallium, among other toxic metals. The bomb will represent the radionucleotides that I had hoped to isolate from the household dust and other materials. I also plan to look into seeing if I can acquire some depleted uranium to cast stuff out. So the bomb will represent, I'll work with radionucleotides. What else? 6 will represent the casting some precious metals like silver and gold, which I had planned to do at one point. Alright, let's shuffle these up. And what metal shall I work with next? Really? Okay, I will give that a try. And what else? Let's do one more. And secondarily, okay. You know, I did have a vision of extracting something great out of the household dust. So, and Mary Curry actually came to speak to me one day about it. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.